Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. It seems like there is a fierce fighting in the southern part of Ukraine, and there are a lot of articles talking about it, but I didn't find article talking about Ukrainian counteroffensive. I found articles about missiles exchanged, fighter jets flying around, a lot of Russian vessels in the Black Sea armed with caliber missiles, and it seems like the Ukrainians destroyed a military base, a Russian military base. So let's go with this last piece of news. Ukrainska Pravda, and this is in the south, says here Ukrainian armed forces launched fire attack on Russian base in Kornokobaivka. Ukrainian army missiles and artillery units have struck the location of the occupation troops base in Kornobaivka. All right, maybe by the end of the video I will get it, the proper accent there. So this comes from the Operational Command South, and I'm quoting, "The enemy continues to conduct hostilities along the occupied defense line. They have started to prepare an assault group on Kryvyi Rih front." So Kryvyi Rih front. It is probable that the enemy is preparing a counteroffensive. So you are in the process of a counteroffensive. It is probable that the enemy is preparing a counteroffensive, because we are an offensive, aimed at reaching the administrative border of Kherson Oblast. Russian aggressors' attempts combat reconnaissance under the cover of two tanks along the Suky Stovak. So Russian aggressors attempted combat reconnaissance under the cover of two tanks. Oh my. Along the Suky Stavok. And then we have Bilohirka line. They failed and retreated with losses. There were two tanks, and how many people? 20? And you go in the reconnaissance? Losses, okay. However, they launched 2 airstrikes and 2 rocket strikes at Ukrainian positions later during the day. The attacks were carried out from the temporary occupied territories of Kherson and Mykolaiv regions. What? The attacks were carried out from the temporary occupied territories of Kherson and Mykolaiv? I thought Mykolaiv is not occupied regions. Maybe the town, but the city is not. Along the contact line by helicopters and Smerch, Tornado, multiple launch rocket systems. See, as I stated before, if you want to know what's going on over there, just take a pen, piece of paper, and a map. And look at the map and say, okay, today is the 3rd of August. Pop, pop, pop. What time is it? This time. Boom, boom, boom. I'm reading this article. Okay, it says that the Russians, or the front, is this town, this town, this town. And look at the map and draw a line. And then the next day, or within the next 5 days, look again and find an article, and you find other towns. A, B, C. And again, you write it down, the date, look on the map, draw a line, and see who's doing what, who's advancing. Because I can tell you, see my hand? My hand goes from from a center to the left, my left. And I say, Emil's hands goes to the right, way to the right. One thing I'm saying, the other thing is actually here that you can see. So do like this with the maps, and you're gonna find out how much these guys, both of them, are lying. But at least to find, because it seems like from the articles I read, they give you towns, but they don't give you, counteroffensive, offensive. Okay, who's who, what's what? Where were they? Like right now I read the Mykolaiv region and Kherson. Who's got those regions now? Is it moving back and forth? Maybe. They didn't say that. So Mykolaiv came under attack again, probably the town, during the day as well. 2 surface-to-air rockets fired by Uragan MLRS hit the suburbs. Again, these are lying. It can't be only suburbs. It can't be only residential areas. It can't be only schools and hospitals. But they keep saying that by repetition. If you read it, consciously goes in your subconscious, and you're gonna wake up in the morning and say, "Oh man, the Russians are such criminals, man. They hit all those residential areas and all those hospitals." That's how our brain works. If you, on average, our brain needs 9 repetitions, conscious acknowledges of the repetition. So if I say, he's a killer, and you listen to me, he's a killer, 9 times on average. So it could be, I don't know, 20 times, could be 7 times. It depends. On average, the human brain will memorize, put it in the subconscious right there, and then you wake up in the morning, sometimes say, "Hey, he's a killer." But you don't know, how did you get that? I don't know, but you know. I simply have a gut feeling. Well, that's a gut feeling by the repetition. So the same here. That's a technique, and I'm pretty sure these guys, all of them, employ this kind of psychological warfare and by repetition, and obviously they try to change our perception of reality. So, no casualties or damages have been reported. 3 X-101 cruise missiles were shot down by a Ukrainian anti-aircraft missile unit in the Bashtanka district. Ukrainian aircraft carried out 3 strikes on Russian strong points and 1 strike on a concentration of weapons and equipment in the Berislav and Bashtanka districts. Missiles and artillery units launched a fire attack on the occupying forces base in Chornobaivka. That's the title. Currently, confirmed losses of the aggressors included 20 invaders, 2 T-72 tanks, a MSTA-B howitzer, and 4 more vehicles, including armored vehicles. The enemy's final losses are being verified, the report says. In addition, Operational Command South notes a boat derrick was blown up by an unknown device at the entrance to the Black Sea from the mouth of the river Danube at Bistre. The crew has organized the fight for survival. So probably this is Ukrainian boat derrick that was blown by unknown. So otherwise they would say what happened over here. There were no casualties. If there would be Russians, there would be 1,000 casualties reported by this article. A port pushing vessel helped to return the crane to the main base point, end quote. The group of ships, this is very important because I made a video regarding this. I said, you watch, next day or within the next 3 days, they're going to switch the numbers. And they want to increase, decrease. The group of ships from the Russian fleet in the Black Sea consists of, all right, 13 warships. Yesterday there were 6, I think, with 40 caliber missiles in the Black Sea. And now there are 13. And boats sheltering in missile safe areas. So they're, you know, 2 of them carry 16 caliber missiles and 3 are large landing ships. So 2 carry 16 caliber missiles, and yesterday it was that they were carrying 40 or 60, one of the two. I think it was 40. I'm telling you, these guys, and then 3 are large landing ships. So was that crane hit by a submarine? I don't think so. Not very important thing. But if there's vessels at the mouth of the entrance in the Black Sea from the Danube River, and the Russians are destroying over there a big vessel, big ship, done. Nobody goes in and out on that Danube. That's what our friends Ukrainians did with one of their little ships. Romanians claim they did it not accidentally. They did it on the Romanian side, and they blocked the whole traffic on the Danube Sea. One of the mouth of the commercial traffic on the Danube River. I'm sorry, Danube River. So if they are getting over there, but it's shallow water because it's a delta. So, but if they go over there and they do something over there, they destroy the whole whatever comes from the in the Black Sea from the Danube River mouth. So yep, 13 vessels, 3 landing ships, caliber missiles, and these guys destroy one another. Boom, boom. I don't see anybody saying, you know what, they broke through. They're advancing this way or they're advancing that way. It's still positional fighting. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.